So, I'm going to give a bit of an update about what I've been going through for the past few months or weeks. I've been in this house again for about a month now, and I'm getting used to it, surprisingly. It's been rough lately, but I've been having to figure out over time, not suffering only, if only from boredom and loneliness, which got easier over time. Sometimes it'll seep back in, sometimes it'll get easier to deal with it all over again. It would be back and forth, boredom, loneliness, and then it would be less loneliness and not as much boredom. But the loneliness would go away at first, and so would the boredom over time. But it would be like boredom and then without loneliness, and then not as much boredom as before. Then they both come back in. I still get lonely, but not as much as I used to. If that makes any sense. I still get more bored than lonely, but not as much bored either. So I am finding a lot of spiritual awakening and meditation and mindful practices through what I've been through lately. I find it very pleasurable that I've been through this already, so I know how to endure suffering, to understand it better, to not necessarily transmute it, because that would already be a good thing anyways. It is a good thing to transmute suffering into something productive. But I'm talking about understanding the suffering they have. But yeah, it's like basically I had to overcome a lot of endurance with my suffering. I had to be patient with it and notice how I felt. Noticing how I felt was a big part of it. Having to figure out how my emotions work as part of emotional intelligence. I'm reading a book about that's underneath the webcam. Emotional Intelligence 2.0 by Dr. Travis Bradbury. And yeah, it's a good book. I've been reading it for a while. It's a very comfortable read. It's been very useful for me lately to read about emotional intelligence. Some people think IQ and EQ altogether is dumb, but it's like I rather believe in it because I don't want to be skeptical about every little thing and then not know how to help myself. You know what I mean? Because I was like that with astrology for a little while, and then I got into it and I found it useful anyways. And I'm the same way with EQ or emotional quotient or emotional intelligence. It's like same thing with that. I don't like to judge things too easily anymore. I want to be able to be comfortable with these things and understand them better and not be biased by it all the time. But you know, I feel better about these things. I've been understanding my emotions better and figuring out where they come from and knowing how to sit with them, and that's been easier over time. I still get bored and lonely, but it's just a process. So it happens to be the case that I'm gonna have to figure out these things over time and not be judgmental towards myself just because I happen to go through a crisis every once in a while. That's only emotional to me, but it just happens to be my case situation. So that's a little bit of a clip for now. I'm gonna have to edit these two together. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.